Welcome to the MLB Prop Pick Show, powered by the Bat X. I'm Jon Metler. He's Derek Carty. The final Dinger Tuesday of the regular season here as the regular season winds down. Final week of the regular season. We do have some home run props for you. I have two after Derek leaves. Derek has two for you as well with the releases. Derek, how was your weekend? Are you excited for the final week of the regular season here?
I'm excited and I'm sad. It's it's sad to see the season end, especially when it's been such a good season. But yeah, we'll have playoffs after that, so that'll be good. Plenty to be excited about. Football's in full swing. I had a great week there, which was much needed.
Good morning to the chat as well. Nick Perez and Perez, morning. Hello, Milo. Bobby Newport, morning, y'all. Steph, morning. Gents, good morning to the chat. I always love seeing you guys in there. Baseball, I feel like probably the most of any other sport when the regular season falls off. I feel like bettors are sad because you're used to all 30 teams every single day.
Every single day, yeah. It's going to be weird waking up in the morning and not having the same process. Yeah, it's always weird at the end of the year.
Yeah, Blue Morning Boys, nice to see you guys. I feel like, and then you get into the ALCS, there's only two teams, NLCS, and those markets really wind down more than any other sport just because you're used to having so many games. Let's get going though into the picks here. We have 5. We know these numbers always move fast for Derek, so let's waste no time here. The release procedure, if you're new to the release procedure, I will tell you the game we're betting on, the prop market, the team, the player, then the bet. And we'll have Derek kind of break down these bets using those Bat X projections, putting some words to the numbers. Let's get going. First one, we're going to bet 365 here. We're looking for Dodgers Diamondbacks. Oh, I forgot Mick has to do it this way. Lots of good games today. Yep. Nothing important happening in Cleveland at all. We are looking for Shohei Ohtani here for the prop. And there's apparently a lot of Shohei Ohtani props.
I think we're looking at the pitcher one, Mick, not batter.
Go to the batter. That makes sense. So there's so many props because he's pitching today.
Maybe if you just do a search on the page for it. We're looking for pitcher walks allowed, I think they call it.
Yeah, based on balls allowed.
That was it right there.
Boom. And that's our number 2. So we're looking for the bet is Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 walks allowed as a starting pitcher. This is a pitching market for him today. Don't get those two confused. So this is Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 walks allowed. He's on the mound. He's pitching plus 155. Derek, you want to break this one down?
Yeah, Ohtani, has been pretty consistent with his workload. They let him go about 5 innings or so unless he's getting roughed up, and then he'll come out a little earlier. His walk rate this year has been really, really good, and I think that's why we're getting such a big number on this. But even though it's been 13 starts, a lot of them, almost all of them have been abbreviated. It's only been 41 innings. And instead of a sub 2 walk per 9 guy like he is this year, historically, he's been more of a 3 walk per 9 guy. So expecting some regression there, facing an Arizona team that does tend to draw walks. And we're getting this at, what is a really big number. So, the Bats projecting this to win actually over 50% of the time, 58%. And, so we're getting it anywhere near this number is going to be really, really good.
So what number would you stop to play this at? Because the chat's saying there's a lot of minus 110 out there, which is obviously drastically different than plus 155. But
let me take a look real quick. I got the wrong market pulled up. I have his hitter stuff. The minus 110 still shows value because it's a 58% winner. There's some value on that. It's not amazing, but I probably still take it at that point.
So
I don't think I'd go much beyond that though.
Okay, so maybe minus 115, minus 120, you would stop.
Yeah, maybe even at the minus 110 might be my break.
Okay, minus 110. Okay. So you can, if all you're looking at is minus 110, you still can bet it, but obviously plus 155. The EV is obviously huge on this bet. The implied probability is 58%. So The first bet here is Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 walks allowed plus 155. Bet 365 there is the best price. Again, you can play it to like minus 110 if that's all you're seeing. It doesn't really have a good probability gap here that we're seeing. So we'll move on to the second bet here. We're going to bet MGM. We actually have 3 bets for this Blue Jays Red Sox game.
Yeah, this one should be a more widely available number. I didn't realize that it was so far off at other books on Ohtani.
And this number is here as well. So we're going Kevin Gausman under 17.5 outs plus 150. That's what 2.5 is. So once again, that's Kevin Gausman under 17.5 outs plus 150. Derek, you want to break this one down?
Yep. Hitters Park in Toronto, really good for home runs, facing a good Boston team that has a lot to play for. Gausman is not the guy he used to be, let's say. And it's one of these ones where we're getting a really good number on something that's closer to a coin flip. The bet's saying 54% win rate. So if you can get the 150, that's great. But you can take this down to like 130, probably 120, and you're still good, which is just about every book right now has a number, that or better.
We're also reaching that point, like you're saying, 2 teams with a lot to play for. So, I mean, you would think the bullpens would be up fast for both teams.
They almost might start treating these games as like playoff-ish games where, yeah, definitely.
I think that's what you're going to see that a lot this week. I think from a lot of teams where it's like, hey, we have like the window is right now. We cannot let a starter go out there and get shelled or something like that. Not saying he's going to get shelled, but obviously it helps that these are in play. There's obviously games out there where it's 2 teams that have absolutely nothing to play for. So that looks a lot different for how you manage the bullpen. Do you have the break even for this number?
I'm looking at the Bats bullpen fatigue metrics, and the Jays bullpen does look pretty rested right now, which is nice.
That's good. Yeah. Do you have the break even for this number? Because chat's saying 1 plus 132 now at bet 365. Obviously,
I'm good with 132. I'm definitely good down to at least 130 or 120, maybe even a little beyond that.
Okay, so you can definitely still play the plus 132 there. We'll move to the third bet here, and we are going to Valley bet, but we're staying with the Red Sox Blue Jays, and we're looking for the home run market here. Yeah, Nick Porter pointing out most teams had a day off yesterday, so lots of fresh bullpens for sure. I think there's only 3 games yesterday. And this number's here. So we're looking at Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to hit home run plus 510. Once again, that's Vlad Guerrero Jr. to hit home run plus 510. One of your favorite home run props the entire year. I feel like he's consistently been on the show. He's found his way on it like once every couple of weeks. Derek, you want to break this one down?
Yeah, I feel like it's actually been a little while because earlier in the year, man, we were betting Vlad all the time. So it's nice to see him popping up with some value here today. Like I said, good park. He's at home. He's just been, at least early in the year, was just perpetually misvalued by the market. I still don't think they've really caught up to him. And this one, there's numbers like around here. I think Caesars is 475. I think exchanges are like 475. DK is like 460. Like you're good at any of those numbers, I think.
Is there a number you would stop? You wouldn't play this pass?
Let's say like 430, maybe.
Okay. All right, plus 430.
Somewhere around there.
Seth's saying plus 400 for Vladdy, so he'd pass on that because you don't want to go past the plus 430, plus 500 at BetMGM. That's really close to Valley, so it's only 10 cents off. So that's a good price there. If you don't have access to Valley, you can go to BetMGM plus 500 for Vlad Guerrero Jr. to hit home run. Third prop from this Red Sox Blue Jays game. Another home run prop. Really feeling the last Dinger Tuesday here of the season. We are looking for Alejandro Kirk plus. Is he on the board there? Yes, he is in the price there. Plus 700 did home run. So once again, that's Kirk plus 700. Bally. You're also seeing this price at Caesars. Derek, you want to break this one down?
Yeah, same exact price at Caesars, which is probably a little more accessible to people. Similar to Vlad. I mean, it's a good park. The roof's going to be open. Kirk has power, even though I feel like maybe he's underperformed his true talent level a little bit this year, which is why, one of the common reasons we tend to get better numbers on players is that facing Giolito, who is certainly an exploitable pitcher, certainly a pitcher you can hit home runs off of. So I like both of these Jays homers.
Plus 650 at BetMGM. Is that still good for Kirk?
Yeah, let me see if I can find like a break-even number on him, but I think the 650 is still going to be fine.
I usually stop betting home run props in the playoffs, but I feel like with Rogers Center in play, we might be able to keep going just a little bit for some games.
It'll be nice. I think you're good down to like 630 at least.
Okay, so 650 MGM you still could play, but not past 630. All right, last one here. Last bet. We're going back to bet 365. We are looking for the Phillies Marlins game. And we're looking for the hitter walks market. And can you just zoom in, Mick? Oh, is that still good, Derek?
Trying to see. Yeah, that's still fine.
Okay, so we're going Bryce Harper over half walks plus 175. It was plus 180, so we lost 5 cents here, but like Derek said, still good. So we're going Bryce Harper over half walks plus 175 at bet 365. Derek, you want to break this one down?
We've bet this one a lot, especially of late. Books really just, I don't get it. Like, it's Bryce Harper. The guy can draw walks, and they give us really good prices on him. The kind of prices like you'd never get on, like any other kind of star player. Like, I don't think you'd ever see this line on Schwarber or Judge or like any other elite walk guy. And we get them for Harper sometimes. Facing Edward Cabrera, who has shown good control this year, but like historically, he has been incredibly wild. So you have to expect some regression coming for him, and it's Harper regardless. So I like this.
We're saying plus 175 D, plus 176 DK. I love the random numbers that they're putting out there. So that's really close as well. Do you have a break-even point for Harper where you might stop for this prop?
Let me see. I think between this and the DK number, you should definitely be good. But let me see if I can get a little bit better of a number. Yeah, you're good down to 140, I'd say, at least. Yeah.
Okay, so stop playing this one around plus 140. Do you feel like baseball, more than any other sport, like a player just seems to have an edge kind of throughout the whole season? Like, it almost takes them like a season to adjust. It seems like the same players, I've noticed on the home run market too, they might disappear for like a week or two, but then they always seem to like come back, and it's like, here's their edge again. And it just feels like it goes throughout the whole season where you're kind of looking at the same players. Do you feel like, am I right there in baseball, where it just seems like they take longer to adjust?
Yeah, they definitely do. And it's kind of a fine line to walk, because you have to figure out, okay, am I really certain that I'm right about this guy and the market's not right instead? Because then you're dumping money into the same angle, consistently. And then you wind up being over leveraged basically based on that one spot. So you do want to make sure that your read on it is right. So there are some guys that the bat will like consistently that I don't take. I'm like, I'm not confident enough to continue betting this time after time and, have a high proportion of my bets on this one guy. But certain other guys I will, like Vlad, the Vlad home runs I did, the Harper walks I will do, the Josh Naylor walks I do. Like there are certain ones where I really just feel like the books just don't adjust enough.
Yeah. That's always the game, right? It's like, all right, it's saying I have an edge, but is that edge actually real? Like, is it actually happening? Or you get those players where it happens to me all the time in the NBA, where it's like you place 4 or 5 bets in a row and it's like lost, and you're like, maybe
keep doing this?
Maybe I'm off here. Maybe the sports books are off here, so we'll back off of that player right there for a little bit. But then you get those other players where they start hitting at the rate that you're kind of projecting them to hit, and you're like, okay, well, we'll just keep going with this player. We'll keep betting him.
And they don't change the odds on them sometimes, even though they're hitting at the rate they should be. Like it's usually more for like the long shot ones, like the walks or the home run type of ones, where it's like, I guess, less obvious to see that they're hitting at that rate, as opposed to like, a 50-50 kind of proposition, a pitcher strikeouts or something like that. So yeah, it's something definitely to keep a lookout for while you're betting throughout the year.
Yeah, I just noticed, I feel like baseball, the same guys kind of always keep popping up throughout the year. So more than any other sport. Seems like other sports, they kind of go under like a drastic adjustment pretty fast sometimes. Seems like baseball kind of takes a little longer. So the 5 bets per day, we're going Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 walks allowed plus 155. Kevin Gausman under 17.5 outs plus 150 bet MGM. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to hit home run plus 510 at Bally. Alejandro Kirk to hit home run plus 700 at Bally or Caesars. And then Bryce Harper over half walks plus 175 at Bet365. Those are the 5 picks from Derek today. We will see Derek back here tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. I have 2 home run picks, but we'll say goodbye to Derek right now. Thanks for coming on the show, Derek.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Good luck.
All right. I have 2 home run bets here. Final Dinger Tuesday of the regular season. And we're just talking about like the same players kind of showing value. I have 2 guys who have cash home run props for us earlier in the year. So I'm coming back to them. We're on a pretty cold streak, not gonna lie, with the home run props here. First one, I'm going Bobby Witt Jr. to hit home run. This was plus 420 at FanDuel. He's in Los Angeles tonight. Love the switch for ballpark for him. I mean, this is like you're moving from Kauffman Stadium, really hard to hit home runs in, to Angel Stadium, which is one of the better home run ballparks in all baseball. It's 82, sunny, winds blowing out to center field at 7 miles per hour. He is going against Sam Aldegheri. So he's a left-handed pitcher from Italy, I believe. Just called up. This is also, I also do really like about this prop is that, you know, the Angels they have nothing to play for. And it's not, I don't think you're going to be not gonna be running out there to get like good matchups against these Royals hitters. They're just probably have a plan. They probably know who's pitching before the game even starts. They're just throwing guys for the sake of throwing guys. It's not like they're going to bring in a tough righty to face Bobby Witt Jr. later in the game because they need it out to get a win. So you kind of like that because that's where a lot of the other teams are at this point in the season. So plus 420. Do you think this should be closer to plus 320? This was at FanDuel. Blue. I bet this at FanDuel this morning. I don't know. Did it move? ESPN or the score was plus 400. So he's a left-handed. Sam Aldegheri, he's a left-handed pitcher in the minors. He gave up 13 home runs and 12 to righties. Bobby Witt Jr. is a righty, so you like that. Last one. He's back from injury, and has been one of our most profitable home run bettors the whole year. We're going Isaac Paredes to hit home run plus 450 in Sacramento tonight. I was gonna say Oakland. In Sacramento tonight. The weather looks great. I think it's like 92, sunny, winds blowing out to right field at 4 miles per hour. It's a great ballpark for hitting home runs, Sutter Health Park. He's back from injury. He just came back in this Mariner series. You kind of be worried, like, is he actually healthy? Is he coming back for the postseason? Well, in his last game against the Mariners, he did hit a home run, so I like that as well. He's going against Jeffrey Springs, left-handed pitcher, who has allowed 25 of his 28 home runs to right-handed batters, and Paredes is a right-handed batter. So I also wonder, it was an ankle injury. Kind of like, I don't know if he's running the best. You might honestly just be swinging for home runs, so you don't have to run the bases. He is kind of someone who swings for home runs already, but plus 450, I felt like this should be closer to plus 340, so I'm going to take Paredes. He's been one of our better hitters the whole year. He was gone for a long time with injury, so hopefully 2 guys who have cash tickets for us earlier in the year come through and save us because we are sliding in the month of September with these home run props. Not going good, but hopefully we can close out strong here on Dinger Tuesday. Is there a Dinger boost for this? I don't have one in Ontario, but I know some people have still kept getting them in the States. So I don't have a Dinger Tuesday boost, but some other people might. Hal saying, love the Casey batter say, Pasquale, which Perez. Yeah, I thought about doing an SGP. I'm probably going to do a long shot SGP. I was also looking at the Mariners. There was just their odds were only listed, I want to say FanDuel or DraftKings, because there's no confirmed starter for the Rockies. Looks like it might be McCade Brown, but I'm probably going to do a Mariners long shot SGP of a couple guys, but I was also looking at the Royals. So if those odds don't come up later, I got 30% on Terra just now. Oh, maybe it just got posted. Maybe it wasn't there this morning. So yeah, I'll use that one. Dinger Tuesday, FanDuel, 30%. So I'll do an SGP. It's probably going to be either the Mariners or the Royals as a group to home run. So this concludes the MLB Prop Pick Show for Tuesday. Thanks for the chat, for hanging out. I always love how you guys respond and always looking at the message there. Keeps the show a ton of fun. Hopefully we cash some home run props bet here for the last day. We will see you guys tomorrow. Good luck with your bets.